excited. JB loves him. He's ours, and hopefully we get things worked out.
Yeah, you said you know what he can be. What can he be?
Well, again, he's 22, 6'11", 7-foot kid. Again, he can be. He showed during the regular season where he could dominate, protect the paint, big time lob threat. I think the things he'll learn is when teams change up on him during the playoffs, when they bring that extra defender behind him, how to handle that. When he catches the ball in the short row pocket, how to make those plays and make those decisions. And as Eddie knows, those things are hard to learn as a young kid.
I mean, for y'all want to know if Jalen Duren doesn't sign as a restricted free agent, he refused to sign, what's going to happen? Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and the subscribe button is bell icon button. Let's talk about what happens if he refuses to sign as a restricted free agent. I don't know what's going on with me and this keyboard. But for the most part, what pretty much is going to happen is if a player simply refuses to sign an offer sheet, they can essentially have two extreme fallbacks. One, playing on the qualified offer. The player can reluctantly sign the original 1-year qualifying offer. This guarantees them a salary usually slightly higher for one season after they become restricted. So basically, a player can reluctantly sign a 1-year qualifying offer. That guarantees them a salary usually a slight raise for one season after they become an unrestricted free agent. So I don't even know what that means. So I don't know. So let's say player can reluctantly sign a 1 year. So they can sign a 1-year qualifying offer, and then it says for one season after which so they can sign a qualifying 1-year offer. He can sign that, and then become a free agent. Or two, he can hold out or play overseas. If they refuse the qualifying offer completely, they can play in the NBA. They cannot play in the NBA. They will sit out, holding out, or sign a contract to play professionally in international league until they reach a new agreement or gain unrestricted free agency. Historically, players like Dennis Schroeder, P.J. Washington navigated similar contract impasses through intense negotiation, while others like Nerlens Noel in 2017 and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in 2017 famously bet on themselves with a short-term agreement which drastically reshaped the career trajectories. So in general, Nerlens Noel and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, they signed a 1-year qualifying offer and KCP done well financially in the NBA. So would you like to discuss specific consequences of holding out? Yeah, can you do that? But yeah, shit, he can hold out, or he can hold out, play overseas, or he can sign a 1-year qualifying offer. So, shit, it is what it is. Because you go out there and you sign a 1-year offer and you get hurt, then what? Then you get hurt. So if you go out there and you sign a qualifying 1-year offer and you get hurt, then, kind of like DeMarcus Cousins kind of turned down that contract, that big contract, and then he ended up regretting it. You go overseas and get hurt. But there's no guarantee from the also is written if you don't sign that contract, the team still owns your rights. They would have to, even if you come back and you hold out, you come back the next offseason, that team still holds your rights. Either they would have to relinquish your rights, or once again, you in the sign and trade scenario. So, will Jalen Duren take it to that extreme? Does he feel that disrespected from the Detroit Pistons? You got to ask yourself, does he feel that disrespected? From, $15 million, from 35 to 50 million, is he willing to say, I just signed this 1-year deal, and next offseason I'll be a free agent. And at that point, the Pistons most likely is probably gonna trade him at the trade deadline. Is he gonna eventually say, I can't pass up $35, $40, $30 million I can't pass that up. You know, I'm gonna come in. But then you get to that point, you know, will he, you know, end up shaping up being a better, you know, will he be a happy camper? Or is he going, you know, storm through the locker room and be irritated like a teenager with a funky ass attitude? You know, and guess what? The Pistons being optimistic are probably gonna be like, we would hope he would come here and be a happy camper. But I'll tell you this. If he signed here, whether it's that tender offer, whatever that original offer 1 year, or he signed a contract of 35 million, it ain't the 50 he want, bro. If he don't come and perform, bro, or people don't think he giving effort, or if he don't make a jump from last year to this year, bro, it's gonna be hard for him to be here, bro. And I can also say the same. Let's say the Pistons did give him the $50 million. Bro, if he don't perform, especially after what Wemby did, and Wemby gonna make his money back off the court, but that's no here nor there. Nobody talked about that point for real. But bro, even if he get his money or don't get his money, or if he get the money he want and he don't perform, bro, it's gonna be hard. If he don't get the money that he want, but he signed for 35 or less than what he want, and he don't get better, or he don't really, the people feel like he ain't giving the effort, or he loudly regardless, man, if he don't strike back like the Empire Strike Back, bro, and have a great season, I just don't really see him surviving here, bro. I don't see him survive, and it's gonna make Terajan Langdon look bad too. Cause really, this is first real moves, bro. This is first real move. The offseason, he underperformed. You know, the Ron Highland pick ain't really done what he's supposed to do, but he's still young. He just got to shoot the ball, and that ain't happened for whatever reason. Damn, who did they draft last year? Oh, they didn't have a first round pick last year. They got the Lanier kid in the second round pick, and now they get a Buka Court. So I mean, it's starting to be a paper trail on bro. There's starting to be a paper trail on Terajan Langdon. And to be quite frankly, a lot of people ain't rocking with what he's done so far. Yeah. But this Duren thing may shape the way the Pistons look at it, bro. This may shape the Pistons as we know it. More than getting Kevin Durant, more than getting Trey Murphy, more than get this. Because if he get brought back in any capacity, and people feel like, you know, he got his money and he ain't live up to the bill, or he didn't get his money and he ain't they gonna have to trade him regardless. And this is why I get it, where you in a situation where you got to be stern and you got to be solid and stand on business, you know, because you have to be stern and solid and stand on business, because if you let him walk and do what he want to do, a lot of players are gonna think they'll be able to come and go as they please. I get that, but also I don't want no insurgents in my foxhole, in my Cat Williams voice. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting, bro. He putting himself in the Pistons. He putting the Pistons and Jalen Duren in a situation that, bro, it's a lot of. It's more than playoff pressure on him going into next season. But it is what it is, or it is what it ain't. Hit the link in the description. Find me everywhere. Peace.